Hey guys, I'm Ren Rashad, and thanks for tuning in to the first episode of the Film Collective series, where we're going to an in-depth analysis on how to navigate the filmmaking industry. First off, let me introduce myself. I'm Ren Rashad. I started off working as a PA, that's a production assistant. And then I transferred over to becoming an art department assistant and then art designer. And then eventually, what I am now is a union grip technician for the film industry. I have credits in on IMDb. I've worked on feature films, TV shows, and commercials. What we're talking about today is a question that I personally had tackled and struggled with for a long time, and I think most budding filmmakers and artists can extrapolate this question to their respective fields. Should I go to film school? Should you go to film school? It's like a question that's like burnt in your mind. And some disclaimers right off the bat. I did not go to film school, but I did go to university. And what's that other disclaimer? Right. Yes, filmmaking is not regulated. It's not like like a real estate agent or a doctor or a dentist or something where you have to have specific certifications to work in that. However, depending on the department, um, it's really kind of mandatory for you to have some formal education. Now, that doesn't mean film school, that means continuing education and workshops and certifications that you can find outside of conventional school. So, before we begin, I need you to do something. Take a moment right now to grab a piece of paper and a pen, and I'm going to want you to write down two questions. Okay? You're going to write down, why are you getting into filmmaking? And then, what is your current experience in the filmmaking process? Why are these two questions important? Let's just repeat them real quick. Why are you getting into filmmaking? And what's your current experience level like in filmmaking? So, why I believe these questions are like really important is, first off, why are you getting into filmmaking? Is it because you have a passion for it? Have you been making movies for a long time, say with your friends or siblings or whatever it is? Like, it could be on TikTok or YouTube, or it could just be, wedding videos that you make for your families that are just funny. If you have like big group chats and you've always had this kind of thing for storytelling and the medium of film, all of these things are important on why I think you should go to film school or not. Secondly, what is your experience level like in the process? Have you made films before? Are you a photographer? Have you been on set? Have you worked as a production assistant or as an extra or whatever it is? Have you been a driver for a film or a TV show or a commercial? This is critical on whether or not you should go to film school or not. So, why I think that is because you need to know what the day-to-day life is like on set and the seasonal aspect to the industry, the stresses that are involved, and like how you have to keep up um your persona of being a filmmaker. It's passion, yeah, but it's a whole lot of hard work and long hours as well. So before you commit yourself to a 2 to 4 year degree program on filmmaking, be sure you know what you're getting into. And I think a great way of, a free way, it's not free because you're committing your time, but it's not going to cost you anything by going out and volunteering to be a PA, you know. as long as you get on a set. You can even apply to get onto film thesis students productions online. You can use different sites like Mandy and Casting Network and Casting Workbook and the Actors app. I'll link all those over here somewhere. I'm not affiliated to any of these people. It's just that in my personal journey, this is how I navigated my way into becoming a union filmmaker, is because you have to first get your foot in the door. I was lucky enough, born in Canada, Toronto, Ontario, and they have the Canadian Film Center. So the CFC, that was like a really um, huge thing on my resume first starting out when I volunteered for their CBC Bell Canada um, TV series program, where they would just hire kind of volunteers that wanted experience on real sets. That was, without that, I don't think I would have gotten like as far as I did. So figuring out what the resources are available in your city will help you navigate to like get to where you want to go. Do you know what department it is you want to do in film? Like, do you know for sure you're getting in the camera department? Or I like firstly, when I first started in the film, my film passion started off when I was a kid. So all I really did was shoot on like an old camcorder, and like later it was like smartphones, but um literally old camcorders, right? Camcorders, and just shooting like we were replicating. Me and my brothers were replicating TV shows that we were watching earlier, and we would just recreate them. Um, so I didn't really even know at that time what a grip technician even was. I only realized what a grip tech was when I started working in the industry. And I kind of, as a PA, you kind of get to float around and see other people and how they work, the tools that they're using, the skills of their craft. And then you'll find yourself kind of gravitating towards something that really resonates with you. And that's really important. At first, I didn't know what a grip was, and now I'm a grip. And that doesn't mean that's all I am. We'll get into that later in the series, but I wear multiple hats, of course, in my union life and my independent life as a filmmaker. So you can remember those things too. Um, so I guess what I'm trying to say is that if you really know what department you want to get into, you have like a guide, like a map as to where you are on that map, and you want to strengthen certain areas of your skill set to, you know, get promoted or to level up in the industry, then film school might make sense for you, especially if it's something very focused and you can choose like your classes to really specify in certain departments. If it's like a general film thing, then it might not really be for you. If it's a general film thing, that's really good for you if you've never been on set before, you never really got your hands and your feet wet in each department to know exactly where you want to go. So that may be good for you. But you can also just work as a PA, and you could also just see for yourself and save your time and the money to perhaps work on films that are yours or your friends, and you can build a community around that film and then keep making movies, keep getting better. Learn by doing. You have to do a lot of self work, yeah, that's for sure, but um and on the other hand, remember that continuing education and workshops are almost essential to gaining new certifications to make you um, even more, I guess, valuable on set. The more certifications you have, the more valuable you become, right? And that's really important on leveling up, say in the camera department or the art department or whatever it is, like the grips, like to becoming like a rigging grip or a dolly grip and a crane operator. There are certifications that you need, skill sets that you need to become those operators. And you can get that through continuing education and workshops. For example, in Toronto, there was a great resource called Lift that you can go and you can pay per class, and it was like weekends. You can basically gain a certification in like a few months, right? Just on school on the weekends, for example, so you can balance your day-to-day life outside of film or in film and continuing your education and building your resume as a filmmaker. So I would, like, bottom line, I would recommend film school um to a handful of people, but for the vast majority of people, I think trying to get your foot in the door, volunteering for local community festivals, making yourself present on set, like being present and showing up and, working as a production assistant, just start there and then work from there. Honestly, like the first question that I asked you to write down is, why are you getting into filmmaking? And whatever the reason may be, the only excuse that you're not already filming anything is you, because you have everything that you need probably in your pocket or in your hand right now that you can use to start becoming a better filmmaker. So I'd say for the large majority of people, don't go, right? Just work as a PA, really feel out what it's like on set, and then we'll take it from there. This is the first episode in the Film Collective series. I plan on making many more episodes in this series to kind of really go into depth analysis on how to become a filmmaker, how to make a career out of this. Is a career in film even right for you? Or do you just want to become an independent filmmaker, making your own projects on the side and have a career? Because remember, a lot of directors have also taken that route before they became a commercial filmmaker. So without anything else really to say, I just want to say, on one hand, a lot of my favorite filmmakers have gone to film school and a lot have not gone to film school. You can just do a quick Google search and see a whole poll of people that went to school, didn't go to school, and at the end of the day, my elementary school teacher said it best when kids are butting in line in school. She basically just calmed us all down and said, at the end of the day, we're all going to get there anyway, right? So there's no point in really butting ahead in line or switching over different sides or, crisscrossing through traffic. You're going to get there anyway. So if you go to school or if you don't go to school, if you have a passion for this thing, you'll get there anyway. So yeah, tune in for the next episode. I think you guys will enjoy it, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. That really helps out. And comment, because I'll be in there, and yeah, I'll listen to what you guys got to say. I look forward to it. Take it easy.